Hi, and welcome to In Motion with Christina. In today's 15-minute Stretch Flow Pilates class, we'll focus on opening up the whole body, from glutes and upper body to core and hamstrings. Yes, we'll even work towards those splits. It's the perfect session after a workout or to unwind in the evening after a long day. So grab your mat, find a standing position with your hip distance apart, and let's get moving. Inhale, nod the head. Exhale to begin to roll down one vertebra at a time. Once you're hanging forward, grab opposite elbows and let the upper body relax completely. Feel free to gently rock forward and back to wake up the calves. This stimulates circulation and prepares the lower legs for movement. Then sway side to side to ensure your neck and head are fully relaxed, helping to release tension in the upper spine and improve overall mobility. Now place your left hand on the mat and glide your right arm up towards the ceiling. Let your gaze follow the movement. Imagine your eyeliner tracking the line of your fingertips. Keep a soft bend in your right knee and swap the legs. Now bend the right leg and glide your left arm all the way up to the ceiling. This stretch helps open the chest and shoulders, gently rotates the spine, and releases tension in the hamstrings and lower back. Bring your hand on the mat and from your forward fold, walk your hands forward into downward dog position. Start by lifting one heel off the mat at a time, waking up the calves and lengthening through the back of the legs. Then lift both heels together, engaging through the ankles and preparing the body to move forward. Inhale, lift those heels, and exhale, shift your body forward into snake stretch. Let your hips drop and chest open, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. This helps open up the front body and spine. Step your right foot forward into low lunge stretch. Gently move forward and back to create a deeper stretch through the hip flexors and the front of the back leg. Lengthen through the spine. Imagine your crown reaching forward and your back heel reaching behind. Gently draw the hips down and forward to deepen the stretch without collapsing into the lower back. When you're ready, bring your both hands on the knee and gently push away. Draw your shoulders down and chest is wide open. From here, transition into pigeon position. Make sure the front knee is comfortable, not forced, and keep the hips as square as possible. You can lay down on the mat. Breathe deeply into the stretch to release tension from the glutes and outer hip. This stretch deeply targets the glutes and outer hips. Avoid collapsing over or twisting through the pelvis to protect the lower back and knee. Return to your low lunge and shift into turn out slider side lunge, facing the front with legs wide and toes turned slightly outward. Slide your right leg out to the side, keeping it straight and active through the heel while bending into your left knee. Now you can move from one side to another. Imagine you gliding across the floor like a dancer sliding on stage, controlled, graceful, and strong. Engage your core. Meanwhile, the stretch encourages greater hip opening while maintaining alignment. Now bring your right leg back to meet the left. Extend both legs long, pointed, and gently lean forward. This stretch brings length through the entire back line of the body, from the feet through the spine, and encourages a calm, grounded finish to this sequence. Inhale, and with exhale, roll back to seated position, and let's swap the legs. So left one is in front, bended, and the right is in the back, lengthen. Gently move forward and back to create a deeper stretch through the hip flexors and the front of the back leg. Look to the edge of the mat so you create nice and long spine. When you're ready, lower your knee and push your hands off the knee. Keep the chest open and shoulders relaxed. Picture your chest opening forward like a blooming flower while your tailbone reaches gently back. Transition into pigeon position. Inhale, and with exhale, lower down to the mat. Think of your hips as a pair of sliding doors, slowly and smoothly opening wider to create space. Imagine tension flowing out through your fingertips and toes, leaving you relaxed and grounded. Return to your low lunge and shift into a turn out side lunge, facing the front with legs wide and toes turned slightly outward. And change sides. I like to change side and stay and wobble in the middle. You might look like a spider, but I love this position. You can gently push your knee into the wall behind you for bigger stretch. Now bring your left leg back to meet the right. Extend both legs long and pointed and gently lean forward. You can flex the foot for bigger stretch. Roll back to a seated position, then gently guide yourself down to lay flat on your back. Bring your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding behind the thigh or calf for support while keeping your left knee bent and foot grounded. Begin to circle your right foot first inward, then outward, moving slowly and with control. You might feel a stretch in your shin and ankles, especially if you've been on your feet or running. From here, gently bend and re-extend your right leg a few times, moving with control. Think of this like oiling a hinge. Each repetition helps create a wider, smoother range of movement in the hamstrings and hips. You can flex the foot and gently lower towards your body. And breathe. Now swap legs. Bring the left up towards the ceiling and bend the right leg to rest on the mat. Begin to circle the left foot inward and outward, just like before. Feel the mobility through your ankle and the gentle release in the shin and calves. Begin to gently bend the knee, then extend it back up towards the ceiling. Repeat this motion a few times. Move slowly and with control, as if you're lengthening the leg a little further each time. Keep your hips grounded and spine long. Let the breathe guide you. Inhale to bend, exhale to extend. You can flex the foot for bigger range of movement. When you're ready, gently start to straighten the right leg along the mat, feeling how this deepens the stretch along the lifted leg. And swap the legs. Don't skip this side. Our bodies love balance. Giving equal attention ensures we stay evenly mobile and strong from left to right. Let's move on. Hug your right knee in, then gently cross the right ankle over your left thigh, creating a figure 4 shape. This is your deep glute stretch. You might feel this especially deep if you've been sitting a lot or after leg heavy work, like walking, running, or cycling. This stretch helps release tight glutes, relieves pressure from the lower back, and opens the hip joint. When you're ready, release the stretch and find your way into kneeling quad hip flexor stretch. Tuck the pelvis slightly and lift tall through the spine, like there is a string gently pulling the crown of your head upwards. Gently change legs when you're ready, bringing the left foot forward now and taking the same care. Notice if the two sides feel different. They usually do. Let each side get the attention it needs. You can gently flex your right foot to protect the knee, and if it feels good, you can gently draw the right thigh towards you by holding behind it. And change for kneeling quad and hip flexor stretch. This is a beautiful counter stretch to long hours of sitting, strengthening your posture, opening the hip flexors, and helping with lower back discomfort. Carry on by gently throwing both legs overhead into a plow pose. You can keep your legs bent to start. From here, slowly roll all the way back down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Use your core to control the movement. The slower you go, the more control and strength you build. Start by gently rocking up to a seated position, then transition down to your mat, slowly rolling onto your back. From here, lengthen both legs up to the ceiling. Open your legs out to the side into a wide V shape, keeping them extended. Keep your tailbone grounded and your spine long. Picture your legs reaching outward like the petals of a flower blooming open to the sky. Let gravity guide the stretch as your inner thighs melt toward the floor. Now bend the knees slightly and then gently re-extend the legs. Visualize your legs reaching out and away from your hips like a growing tree, bending to find space and extending to expand. You deeply stretching the inner thighs, hamstrings, and groin. Breathe. Now we're going to add on return both feet to the ceiling and gently roll onto one side to come up. Step your right foot forward into low lunge stretch. Left knee grounded. Glide your right arm up overhead and gently reach to the side for a side stretch. Shoulders away from the ears, looking all the way up to the ceiling. And change. Now left arm is bending up and over. Imagine creating a crescent shape with your body, reaching the fingertips up and over like you're painting an arc in the air. Now let's swap. Step back and switch sides, bringing your left foot forward into low lunge stretch, reaching the left arm up and over to mirror the stretch. This stretching encourages full body integration and breath expansion. Inhale, and with exhale, switch the arm. Shoulders away from ears, chest is wide and open. When you're ready, shift into seated spinal twist. Sit tall with your right leg bent and resting on the mat. Cross your left foot over your right thigh. Hug your left knee with your right arm or hook the elbow outside the knee to deepen the twist. Think of your spine like a spiral staircase, tall, elegant, and rotating from the base upward with ease and lightness. Repeat the same setup with the left leg bent on the mat and right foot stepping over to the outside of your left thigh. This stretch relieves stiffness in the upper and lower back. Make sure that both sitting bones are sitting on the mat. Shoulders are away from ears. When you're ready, come to a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Inhale, exhale, glide your left arm up and overhead. From here, rotate your chest and torso towards the floor, bend your arm, and come back to a side stretch. And repeat the rotation and lengthening a few times, moving gently with your breath. This stretch brings awareness to the breath and ribcage expansion, improves spinal mobility through the rotation and lateral flexion. From the side stretch, glide your torso through the center, bringing both arms forward in front of you. Right now, you're stretching the lower back, outer hip, and spine. Roll back to seated position and glide your right arm up and over and repeat the same motion. Inhale and exhale. Repeat the rotation and lengthening a few times, moving gently with your breath. Feel the rotation, the spine working and mobilizing. Arm is long and lengthened, shoulders away from ears. Both sitting bones are touching the mat. And when you're ready, glide your torso through the center and bring both arms forward in front of you. Stretch the lower back and outer hip. Roll back to seated position and gently place both hands behind your head. Let the weight of your hands softly guide your chin towards the chest. Now glide your right ear towards your right shoulder. At the same time, float your left arm up and down. Let your fingertips trail through invisible water, light and fluid, as the arm moves up and down. Each motion is like a breeze brushing past your skin, smooth and calming. Shoulders down, feel the stretch. And switch side. The left ear and the right arm. gliding up and down. This motion is great for revealing build-up tension in the neck, shoulders, and upper back. Feel the stretch deepening with each movement. Think about the fingertips trail through invisible water, light and fluid, as the arm moves up and down. Now guide your chin toward your chest. Place both hands behind your head. Don't press. Allow gravity do the work. Now come to squat position with heels slightly lifted off the mat. Make sure that your head and neck is relaxed. And with exhale, press into heels and bring your sitting bones all the way up to the ceiling. Now shift your weight slightly to the right leg. Breathe here, feeling into the hamstrings of the straight leg, creating a gentle dynamic stretch for each hamstrings. Then softly switch to the left side, enhancing awareness of weight distribution and grounding through the feet. Now bend deeply into your right knee, keeping your left leg long. Stay low and draw your chest slightly closer to the bent leg. And switch side. Feel the inner thigh and hip active. Now bring both hands behind your back and connect palms. Begin to glide your hands up and overhead towards the floor in front of you, letting the chest gently follow and the shoulders release down. And again. Imagine brushing the sky with your fingertips, offering your heart forward as you let go of the tension. From here, inhale and exhale, start to roll vertebra at the time, all the way up to standing position. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knees and fold the upper body forward, then glide your arms all the way up to the ceiling as your spine rolls back up to standing position. And repeat, inhale, exhale, try to touch the sky. And let go. And last one, inhale, exhale, even bigger move. Stretch all the way up and let go. And now shake everything. Thank you for today's class. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.